It is past time to turn the heat up under these rancher-pandering elected officials, especially when they try to pass bills that try to prevent judicial review. Clearly they are using our sacred species for blatantly deceptive practices, not taking into account that our wildlife resources are those of our children, protected under the public trust. Join us today to prevent crooked elected officials like John Barasso and Mike Enzi from slaughtering our children's species. Protect the Wolves needs your support to stop legislation like these two clowns are trying to pass. Then bring suit into Montana and Idaho, calling out their so-called legislation that prevents rules regarding our sacred species as being prevented from judicial review. Jackson, WNE, Wyoming's congressional delegates are signing onto a bill to delist wolves in other states to fend off future lawsuits over wolves in this state. Although Wyoming already manages wolves inside the state, since John Barrasso and Mike Enzi have both signed on to a bipartisan bill introduced last week with the primary purpose of delisting wolves in the Great Lakes states of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Wyoming's inclusion in the bill is solely to ensure that the 2012 U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service delisting rule for wolves in Wyoming shall not be subject to judicial review, the bill states. Wyoming has successfully recovered the gray wolf and demonstrated its ability to manage the species, Mike Danilak, a spokesman for Barasso, said in an email. The legislation creates certainty for the people of Wyoming by prohibiting further judicial review of the delisting determination. Wolf management in Montana and Idaho is already exempted from litigation because of a 2011 rider that then Montana Senator Jon Tester tacked onto a congressional spending bill. The Wyoming delegation has tried repeatedly to follow suit. An appeals court decision in early 2017 returned the approximately 300 wolves that call the Equality State home to Wyoming Game and Fish Department jurisdiction. Canis lupus was in state control from 2012 to 2014, and then for 3 years were the only wolves in the northern Rockies that were federally protected. Source: Barasso, Enzi back wolf delisting bill Wyoming Gillette Newsrecord.com